We are San Diego.
Friday night, April 6, 2012. Another hour of sunlight left along the shores of the Pacific Ocean. San Diego, California, Petco Park. And I welcome you to the opening week of baseball presented by Burger King as the San Diego Padres host their neighbors to the north, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the second game of this four-game weekend series. And good evening, everyone, with Mark Grant to Ken Berg. We're pleased you're with us. There's going to be fireworks after the game, and the Padres down in that clubhouse hope to light a few pyrotechnics themselves against the right-hander Chad Billingsley, a tough hurler for the Dodgers. But how about Corey Lupke? His manager, Bud Black, says that here's a young man that potentially could be a 15 to 20 game winner.
Corey Lupke has a chance to be a premier left-hander in the National League for many, many years. And the reason why I say that is because not only what he possesses from out of his hand, the breaking ball, the fastball, and the changeup, but Corey Lupke was thrown in the mix at the big league level as a reliever. He then converted to a starter, and the numbers are just eye-popping. And the Padres thought so much of this young left-hander at 27 years old. They locked him up for 4 years. Hopefully Corey Lupke for 4 years and beyond, because this guy, if he can get some run support, a 15 to 20 game winner, there's no doubt about that. Corey Lupke has some great stuff.
Batting average of only .209 against Lupke last year. It's a battle of 27-year-olds, Lupke and Billingsley, and there'll be a center of attention as well. Last night, the two center fielders, Kemp of the Dodgers, Maven of the Padres, two-run blasts. They provided the power. Will they be in that circle again tonight? Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by AT&T, the largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Petco, where the healthy pets go. By your San Diego County Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com.
And by Burger King, the proud sponsor of opening week baseball. The night is getting cooler, temperature dropping down into the lower 50s as Corey Lupke completing his warm-up tosses and ready to face the Dodger lineup of Don Mattingly, the former New York Yankee star from Evansville, Indiana. Team played very well through the stretch last year. Basically the same lineup, a slight adjustment. Gordon and Ellis. Kemp moves from fourth to third, and Juan Rivera into the cleanup spot. Ethier dropped to the 5-hole. Then former Padre Jerry Hairston in left field batting sixth. Juan Uribe, H.A. Ellis, and then Chad Billingsley. Billingsley not a bad hitter. He had 5 extra base hits last year. There are the numbers for Lupke. Misleading are the one-loss record, 6-10. ERA down there at 3.29. But as a starter, he was 5-8. ERA 3.31, and the batting average against 2.18.
No, the hits, fewer hits than innings pitched, just mind-boggling for Corey Lupke. Big key tonight, keeping D. Gordon and Mark Ellis off the bases when he has to pitch to Matt Kemp, hitting third.
Gordon 0 for 5 last night, but was safe on a 3-base error by Maben. We're underway. A fastball for a strike, popping into the glove of Nick Hundley. And he jumps in front, 2 strikes. 93 on that delivery.
Now we notice that Chase Headley moving back there at third base. He was playing a Little League third base there. D. Gordon trying to hit the ball on the ground.
3 pitches, 3 strikes taken by Gordon.
Well, some chirping from D. Gordon. He might think that this pitch is high, but you know what? Outside corner, belt buckle high, uno, dos, adios.
91, 93, 94 miles an hour on 3 fastball strikes.
He is just heating up.
Mark Ellis, the second baseman, a double in 4 trips last night in the 5-3 Dodger win. Another strike from Lupke at 91. Corey worked feverishly on that changeup. He didn't use it much at all last year during spring training. You haven't seen it yet. Just misses there with another fastball. But he feels that the changeup will give him more quick outs. He went long and too many counts last season. 2 balls and a strike.
That may have been an off-speed pitch there at 88 miles an hour. He throws the fastball. He has incorporated the curveball and the slider into one pitch, that being the slurve. And, of course, the changeup, as you just mentioned, Dick.
Crowd on this Friday night still filing into Petco Park. We expect around 30,000. 2-1 to Ellis. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. A solid single to center. Maben gets it in. Ellis takes the big turn and retreats. And our first base hit of the game, Guzman, Maben, and Venable will cover the outfield for the Padres with Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, and Yonder Alonso on the infield. Battery of Lupke and Hundley. Matt Kemp. He got my vote last year for most valuable player. He was edged out for that top honor by Ryan Braun of the Milwaukee Brewers. I felt their offensive numbers were about the same, but he's a better defensive player, Kemp. But he's also on the West Coast, and it's sometimes you don't get the attention these late games by the voters in the East. His fly ball last night just seemed to be routine off the bat, but it had plenty of carry and landed atop the scoreboard and right for the 2-run homer that was the difference in the game.
Just goes to show you how strong Matt Kemp is to all fields.
Ball and a strike. Former high school basketball star in Oklahoma. He and young man Sheldon Williams, who was a star at Duke University, were on the same high school basketball team and won the Oklahoma State basketball championship as a junior. He hit the two-point shot last night, not the 3-point shot, and here it is off the bat. Looked as if it was playable, and just enough to clear the scoreboard. Landed about 2 feet into home run territory.
And looking at that swing, it almost looked like it was all upper body. It just goes to show you how strong he is. You elevate the fastball away, that spells danger.
Here's another one, and this one is crushed. Back to the wall, Venable, and he makes the catch right in front of the Tampa Bay, New York Yankee final. I thought he hit that one harder than the one last night. It's a colder night, and that one just does stay in the yard. To look at Kemp's smile, I think he thought he had another.
Here's how Corey Luebke goes after Kemp. He goes soft early. First pitch, slider, fastball up and away. You can see, then he softens up with the changeup, and there it is. It's elevated. I think everybody in the ballpark thought that ball had a chance, especially after yesterday. But as you mentioned, you make a good point. It's cooler. Ball kind of died a little bit, and judging by the smile on Matt Kemp's face, yeah, I think he thought he had it too.
Take that.
That's a hang with
Petco Park. Take that. So 2 outs and flirting with a 2-run lead. The Dodgers here in the first inning, and that'll bring up cleanup hitter Juan Rivera. He was 2 for 4 last night. A double and a single. Ellis a good base runner. Bears watching, and Luebke makes a visit over to Alonso. Came to the Dodgers, Rivera, at midseason last year from Toronto. Breaking ball for a strike.
There's that slurve I was talking about. It's not a slider. It's not a curveball. It's a slurve in between.
Darren Balsley in the pregame show indicating he wants him to take a little off in speed to get a little more breaking action on that slurve.
That's a good pitch. Fastball at 92 in on the hands.
And that's a key to the success of Luebke as manager Black and pitching coach Balsley look on. Be able to throw the heat inside to right-handed batters. Not afraid to go in there. A ball and a strike. Same pitch.
Here's why Corey Luebke is going to be successful. Keep on being successful, I should say, because he doubled up with the fastball on the inside part of the plate. First one was a ball, and the second pitch, not afraid to go back in there for a strike. Nicely done.
1-2 the count.
This kid's a bulldog.
I like his attitude. I mean, he's got a boyish demeanor, at least physically. Ground line drive, and it's just fair. Hits the foul line. Venable's going to have to hurry the ball in. Here comes Ellis around third, and he will hold on a single by Rivera. He did that last night. Just reaches out and punches the ball past the first baseman Alonso. So first and third, 2 away, and Andre Ethier the batter.
See how far back that ball was struck off the bat of Rivera and how close it was to the foul line down the right field side. The good thing is that Will Venable gets to that ball quickly. It did not take a funky hop down there, keeping Mark Ellis at third base.
Yeah, down around that bullpen area with the slope of the mound and the plate itself, you can get some bad hops. Well, the Dodgers threaten here in the first, and thanks to the right kind of weather conditions, Matt Kemp's ball stayed in the park. Ethier 0 for 3 last evening. Part of that outstanding Arizona State team with Sun Devils of Ethier, Dustin Pedroia, and Ian Kinsler on that same team. Line foul.
You have to keep an eye on the front shoulder of Andre Ethier against Luebke because of the breaking ball, especially on the breaking ball that starts towards the inner part of the plate. You might kind of expose that front side, open it up, and take all the sting off that bat.
First and third, 1-1 the pitch. Fly ball hit well to right. Venable will watch that one sail all the way to the wall. Ellis scores. Here comes Rivera around third. The relay, no relay at all. It's 2-0 Los Angeles on a ringing double by Ethier.
Looked like a slider. Nick Huntley wants it down and away. Oh, Front shoulder stays in there nicely. That head was nice and still, but it all is the bad location from the slider. He wanted it down away. That ball leaked and it stayed on the inner third. And because it was in, it didn't have that same bite as if it were down and away. It was a hanger on the inside part of the plate, and Andre Ethier made him pay.
Ethier's first hit of the new season produces a couple of Dodger runs, and they take the early lead. Not good news for the Padres as they fall behind early. Hairston, used as the pinch hitter last night, reached safely in the ninth inning against Ernesto Frieri on a base on balls.
You know, Matt Kemp hit that fastball well, right, to right field, to the wall. I just hope it hasn't gotten to the head of Corey Lukey to where he thinks that he can't throw a fastball. He's got a darn good fastball if he locates it, especially the hitters like, you know, Rivera was just a little service down the right field line. My point is, Andre Ethier hit an off-speed pitch. I think Corey Lukey has a heck of a fastball to where he could beat Andre Ethier with his fastball.
Speaking of defeats, Arizona home opener edges San Francisco 5-4. That final just in. Colorado trying to spoil Houston's opener 5-3. The Rockies lead with the Astros batting in the last of the ninth inning. And the only other National League game, a final. St. Louis bombed Milwaukee in their opener in Wisconsin 11-5. 4 home runs for the Cardinals today. And this is the only other National League encounter. Two balls, 2 strikes now to Hairston. He makes you work. Solid veteran utility guy, can play the outfield, can give you some third base, second base.
Hey, he'll light a fire under his teammates as well.
Broken bat, ground ball to Headley. Across to first for the out. But the Dodgers come up with a couple of runs in the first inning. A single by Ellis, single Rivera, and then Ethier brings them home on a double to right center. 2-0 LA. Here's 2-run double puts the Dodgers in good stead. Here's manager Black's lineup: Maven, Venable, and Headley, the first 3. Then Guzman in the cleanup spot. Alonso hits 5th. Hundley, Hudson, Bartlett, and Lukey. Against Chad Billingsley, the 27-year-old from Defiance, Ohio. 11-11 last year. .264 opponent's average. He's been tougher on the Padres. His career against San Diego, 11-8 with a 2.79 ERA against the home team. Maben, the only Padre with 2 hits last night, a single and a home run. And Billingsley jumps in front, 2 strikes.
I've noticed something already right out of the gate. High strike zone tonight.
Watch out. Sizzling line drive skidding through the box seat area off to the right. Jerry Meals calling the balls and strikes. A la carte. You see on the left sleeve of the umpires a tribute to 2 of their own that have fallen in the past year. Marty Springstead, a great American League umpire from 66 to 85, and Harry Wendelstedt, a National League umpire for some 30 years. The initials of the 2. Swung on and missed, and down goes Maben.
Well, Billingsley, a 4-pitch pitcher, and that is the old 12-6 curveball from Billingsley. That is one of his out pitches. And you know, last inning I talked about the shoulder. Andre Ethier, you talk about the shoulder of Cameron Maben really opening up early. It's almost like he started his swing and the ball wasn't even approaching the hitting area. He's really fooled by that curveball.
Well, Venable takes a strike, the high strike, 92-mile-an-hour fastball. In his own analysis, Billingsley says that he attacks with his fastball, but his curve is his out pitch, and you saw he's got a beauty. A ball and a strike. He's bulky, Billingsley, 240-pounder.
Slider. Throws a fastball, cutter, curve, change. Sometimes that cutter has a bigger break to it, and it has the illusion of a slider. Mark Sweeney touching upon that in the pregame show.
Brings that one inside at 92. Levels the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Venable, a good spring, hit .349 with 7 doubles. He takes strike 3. He knew it. Now Billingsley starts with striking out Maben and Venable. Here's the Dodger defense. Hairston in left, Kemp in center, and Ethier in right, with Uribe Gordon on the left side. Ellis and Rivera patrol the right side of the diamond. Billingsley and H.A. Ellis the battery. Chase Headley 0 for 4 last night. He takes a strike, and Billingsley filling up the strike zone early.
He's got that release point down on all of his pitches.
Fouled back, and he's quickly ahead of Headley, 2 strikes.
Good sequence against Maben. Same against Venable. Now quickly ahead 0-2 against Headley. He's throwing him 2 fastballs to get ahead. And see Ellis there with the thumb. He wants a fastball up and away. He gave the fastball sign and then did the old like a hitchhiker, you know, with the thumb. Get it up and out of the zone. He might fish for it.
I'm looking for the 12-6 curveball here.
I'm looking breaking ball down and in.
Fly ball off third. Uribe can't quite get there. It's 4 rows back. That was the cutter.
Yeah. In on the fists.
That's the pitch that he said gave him trouble this spring. He has good movement on that cutter, but he couldn't necessarily throw it for a strike when he wanted to. Throwing nothing but strikes here in the first inning. Very close.
Billingsley certainly working both sides of the plate nicely. I don't think he's throwing a pitch down the heart of the plate. It's early. Next pitch will be number 16 for the right-hander.
Up high, and the count is full to Chase Headley.
Here's where you might see a cutter. You start it right down the middle of the plate, and it creeps in on the inner third. maybe a strikeout or maybe a broken bat grounder to the right side.
Strikes out the side. Impressive first inning for Billingsley with the luxury of a 2-run lead. He gets Maben swinging, Venable looking, and Headley on a 3-2 pitch. And Billingsley striking out the side in the home half of the first inning. Juan Uribe, then A.J. Ellis, and the pitcher Billingsley against Lupke here in the second. Fastball. Uribe 0 for 3 last night.
Okay, the mindset for Corey Lupke is this. They're not getting anything else. That's all they're getting. 2 runs. He's got to bear down, keep him at 2. And have his teammates come back and battle back.
Just off the edge, 1-2. Lupke shaking off the first sign and comes back with a fastball, strike 3. His second strikeout. Time for the Sequan Casino Daycation stat of the game, and it's strikeout pitching. Last year, Lupke far and away the top Padre, almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings, with Latos, then Harang, Stauffer, and Mosley. We're going to see Aaron Harang on Sunday with the Dodgers against the Padres. Clayton Richard. A.J. Ellis 1 for 3 last night.
Looking at the bottom of the order for the Dodgers, he just diced up Juan Uribe, but Corey Lupke should have no problem just knocking the bat out of these hitters' hands with that located fastball. And I think it would be fair to say, if he's going to throw him a breaking ball, don't throw it for a strike. Don't leave one in the zone to speed up their bat and get hurt. He ate up Jerry Harrison Jr. with the fastball and got Uribe.
2 balls and a strike to the Dodger catcher. Walked with the bases loaded last night and singled to right field. Now you don't want to walk him and give Billingsley a chance to use the sacrifice. Be a productive at bat for the pitcher. Full count. High pop up, playable, shallow and right. Falling off, Hudson is Venable to make the out. 2 gone, and let's go to Britt McHenry.
Hey there, guys. Well, a big focus for Corey Luebke this spring was the changeup, adding it to his pitches. Pitching coach Darren Balsley told me last season he only used it about 5 to 10 times an outing. They want him to implement it about 10 to 20 times each game, and they also want him to decrease the velocity about 3 miles per hour to really highlight his lively fastball. Back to you.
All right, Brett. Luebke now to Chad Billingsley. Billingsley shows some power at times. Last year, as we mentioned, 5 extra base hits, including a home run.
Britt McHenry talking about Corey Luebke's changeup, and the ideal situation for a changeup is to have that pitch 10 to 13 miles an hour slower than your fastball.
Billingsley chases the high fastball. A couple of strikeouts for Luebke. 1, 2, 3. The Dodger story in the second. In the last of the second, here are the Lexus keys to the game, partner.
Well, the way to get Chad Billingsley is to try to get him early. And early on, he has shown that he's thrown all of his pitches for strikes and good strikes. Make the right-hander earn it. He's one of those pitchers to where if you get him on the ropes early, he could become his own worst enemy, start to elevate and overthrow a little bit. That's when he runs into trouble. But his first inning, he's smooth sailing.
Jesus Guzman leads it off for the Padres here in the second. Then Yonder Alonso and Nick Hundley to hit. Guzman an RBI double last night. 2-0. You want to get Billingsley out of that wind-up rhythm comfort. Get him to pitch from the stretch. He will have problems with wildness on occasion. And he falls behind 3-0. Lays that one in there. 3-1. Worst road ERA, 4th worst in the National League. 5.34 away from Dodger Stadium.
And believe me, that's in every pitcher's head.
Ball into left center field. Kemp a long run, can't get there. Skids by him. Backed up by the left fielder Hairston, and into second goes Guzman. Well, that ball had a lot of hook on it. It kept tailing away from Kemp. Wasn't hit that hard, but good direction for Guzman.
And I don't even think Guzman hit that ball off the sweet spot of the bat, because that was down towards the end of the bat. You could see him reaching for it a little bit and showing a little pop. Not the greatest jump from Matt Kemp, but you're exactly right, Dick. That ball hooking towards the line. And the Padres got something going here.
Leadoff man at second, and here's Yonder Alonso. 0 for 4 last night, but he was robbed of one hit and a shot back through the middle, deflected by the pitcher, and Gordon at shortstop made a good play on it. And a little pickoff try by the Dodgers.
It's not a bad idea. You have a hitter who just hit a double. He's all happy inside. Hey, that was my second double of the year. Maybe get a little froggy out there on second base, forget about the infielders, and bang, quick throw. And good thing for San Diego, Guzman back safely.
Gordon, though, playing right behind the runner Guzman, which opens up a hole on the left side for Alonso. Now he backs off, and Alonso goes around. Now the table set with a double leading off for Guzman. So Alonso, Hundley, and Hudson a chance to get the Padres on the board.
See if Alonso tries to hook something to that right side and drive him in. Yeah, the gap would be great.
Pulls that one foul. See Tim Stauffer there on the disabled list. Not serious, but sore enough that Padres did not want to take any chance with Stauffer, and he'll miss the first couple of weeks of the season.
Yeah, we saw that spring training outing that Timmy had, and we saw that video. He was not getting extended, and then when you have that tricep tendonitis, you can't get out in front and get that good snap of that arm. We have a lot of pitches up in the zone.
Strike 3 called. That's not a productive at bat. You need to try to move that runner to third. 4 strikeouts of the 4 outs in the game for Billingsley.
A couple of bad hacks by Alonso in this at bat. The first one was a fastball down and in. That one he tries to hold up. That was a backdoor cutter. Almost like Alonso was maybe guessing. Once you get that bat going, big strong kid like that, it's tough to stop.
Now Billingsley 4 for 4 in strikeouts. Here's Hundley, 0 for 4 last night. Takes a good cut. Hundley, the top hitter for the Padres during the spring, 432. Half a season because of injuries a year ago, only 82 games, but a solid 288 average. If you double up his numbers, he has an 18 home run season. Padres would like that this year. Hit well, but slicing foul deep down the right field corner. And Billingsley ahead of the hitter again.
A lot of fastballs away from Billingsley. Hundley can shoot that ball in between the first base bag and Juan Rivera if he gets something away.
Lays off the breaking ball. Billingsley, interesting statistic. He's one of only 3 pitchers in the National League to win 10 or more games in each of the last 5 years. Only 3 pitchers have done it. He's consistently around 11, 10, 12 wins. He's done it, and the other 2 might surprise you. Ted Lilly and Cole Hamels, along with Billingsley, double figures in the win column the last 5 years. No one else has done that in the National League.
Ooh, the front door cutter. That was a cutter on the inside part of the plate to the right-handed hitter. Usually you'll see a cutter out here. Look at that one, how it comes in there. And the idea there is the pitcher wants the hitter to give up on it, and then at the last second hits that inside corner for the called strike.
Count leveled at 2-2 with Guzman at second, 1 out. And inside again.
Had him 0-2.
30 pitches already for Billingsley with 1 out in the second. Orlando Hudson waits his turn. In the dirt. A walk to Hundley. A tying run is on here in the second, and fans This year you can save when you buy your San Diego Padre tickets early. Prices vary depending on the game you want to attend, and when you buy earlier is better. Check Padres.com for current ticket prices and be sure to buy early and save.
The early bird gets the ticket.
They can be juicy when they're, lower price, huh?
Like those people, they're right on the dugout there.
Yeah,
they probably called early. And they can coexist. Look at Dodger fan on the left, Padre fan on the right.
Both intently involved in the game action. 2 on, 1 out, and Orlando Hudson, who has had more success against Billingsley than any Padre in the lineup. Oh, there you go. Now that was good telestrating. You're going to get those crayons back. I'm going to let you play with them again tomorrow. Hudson against Billingsley, 8 for 25, 320 average career-wise. That's the best of any Padre.
And Billingsley has to be careful with that slow breaking ball to a hitter like Hudson, because he can speed up his bat and pull something down the right field line, and that could result in 2 runs.
They play Hudson to hit to left field, big gap right center. Ground ball up the middle, right to Gordon. Made to order, double play. Leadoff double by Guzman, but the double play and no score. You can look forward to Miller time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Top of the third for Los Angeles, and top of the order to hit D. Gordon, Mark Ellis, and then Matt Kemp. Well, they've got a lot of good food stations here at Petco Park. They've added some new ones. Something for every taste.
Yeah, Hodad's, Bull Taco.
See those bratwursts on the fire there? Those look good. D. Gordon took a third strike first time, and he bunts out in front of the plate. Fair ball. Hundley pounces on it and throws him out. You can see how fast Gordon is. If that ball is even 10 feet away from home plate, he might have a base knock.
His objective is to hit the ball on the ground. He bunts on the ground, and Nick Hundley, he knows he's got to be quick. Out in front of home plate, creating a good throwing lane to throw a strike down to Alonso. Like a cat.
So since the 2-run double by Ethier in the first, 5 straight Dodgers retired. Mark Ellis singled with 1 out in the first. He scored on Ethier's double, as did Rivera, who followed with a single. Reminder, tomorrow night Saturday night time, 5:30. 4 different times for the 4 games of the series because of the home opener yesterday. 4 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock, 5:30 tomorrow, Sunday at 1. And of course, you advance that by an hour for Padres Live. Mike and Mark doing a great job. Broken bat behind first. That is going to fall fair. Oh my. Hudson trying to dig it out. Can't get it. And by the time he does retrieve, a broken bat bloop double for Mark Ellis. Goodness. Where was that in the last half of the Padre inning? Little blooper.
Another fastball in that ties up Ellis, but it's elevated. It's a broken bat, and it's rattling around a stool there. Orlando Hudson cannot come up with it the first time. You know, if he fields that cleanly the first time, there's a chance they get Ellis at second base. We will never know.
Yeah, there are line drives that are caught that rob the hitter, and then there are hits like that that supposedly make it all balance out. That is a cheap double. Matt Kemp just missed a home run to right field first time. Time for our Geico quote of the game, and it comes from Cameron Maven. They talk about 5-tool players. Well, Matt Kemp's a 6-tool guy. Whatever that 6th tool is, he can do it all. 5 tools, of course. Hit with power, throw, field, run. Chops that one to third. Tough play for Headley. And he throws it away. Here comes the runner from third, and he's safe on a bad throw by Alonso. Now Kemp goes to second base as Hundley digs it out. Oh my, after the 3-error performance last night, I mean, this was embarrassing.
I remember last year Chase Headley was good on this play, charging the ball, throwing accurately on the run, and this one is that's just a good old-fashioned spike.
And Alonso, they would have gotten Ellis on a good throw there.
When Alonso got the baseball, I don't think he was aware of the runner Ellis around third base. He kind of hesitated just a little bit, and that little bit was all the difference. He rushed to throw, then it was way offline to Hundley.
As dust clears and the ball finally recovered, the Dodgers get a gift run. It's 3-0. See how the official scorer sees that mayhem. They're going to give Kemp an infield single, no RBI. Error by Alonso on the throw to the plate. And there's got to be another error on Headley to get the runner over to third. Well, maybe that was second, rather. Maybe that's the Alonso error. So Ellis goes to third on the infield hit, comes home when Alonso's throw is wild to the plate. Kemp on to second on an infield hit, a couple of scratch hits, an error, and the Dodgers get another run.
You got to clean it up.
And there's another error as Lupke throws it into center field on the pickoff try of Kemp. Bordering on ridiculous this inning.
And that's a play that shouldn't have happened, because a pitcher, when he twirls and tries to throw to second base on the pickoff, you do not have to throw that baseball. Does Corey get caught maybe a little bit? Maybe he looked at Orlando Hudson. Man, it's ugly.
Well, nothing raises the ire of the mild-mannered manager of the Padres, Buddy Black, more than errors, and his team has committed 5 now in 11+ innings. Rivera sends that out of play. Chance for another run on an out.
I'll be honest with you, when Chase Headley charged that one at third base, I thought that was going to be in the books, 5-3. Last year, he was money on that play. I don't know whether the ball came loose, whether he threw up the wrong foot, whatever the case may be. We saw him make that play many times last year.
Looked like he lost his grip on the ball. Spiked it. Rivera single to right field just inside the foul line on almost a check swing his first time. Dodgers finding all the holes. They're not hitting it very hard. Loop double and a scratch single here in this inning. And the count goes to 2-2. The slider to Rivera. Infield in tight. Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, and Alonso will try to cut off Kemp coming from third. Undoubtedly the contact play is on. Ball hit on the ground. He's coming home. It worked last night. D. Gordon scored. Another loop over the shortstop. Bartlett goes back. Can't catch it. Kemp comes in to score. It's 4-0. Well, Bartlett playing in had a long run, but certainly that seemed catchable. The major league shortstop would normally be able to pull that one in. It's going to be called a hit. How about this inning for scratch base hit? Corey Lupke, victimized by a bloop double that only went about 100 feet.
You know, looking at that the second time around, it almost looked like Jason Bartlett may have overran that one a little bit. He was going out, and then all of a sudden he brings his glove back in as if he were overrunning that pop-up. Very catchable ball, you bet. I don't know whether Jason may have took his eye off the ball just to maybe check to see or hear where Jesus Guzman was on the play. And then all of a sudden trying to relocate the baseball and realizing that he may have overran it a little bit.
2 errors in the inning, plus 3 scratch hits. Bloop double, infield single credited to Kemp, and another single credited to Rivera on that bloop fly ball over shortstop. And here's Ethier. He's the one man who drilled it. His line shot producing 2 runs on a double in the first inning.
And the frustrating thing from a pitcher standpoint is that when the ball is being thrown around and not caught, that just gets the pitch count up. Corey Lupke, the next toss will be number 52.
Already 52 pitches. Talk about a tough luck inning for the left-hander. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Almost could hear somebody yelling from the dugout for the Padres, roll up your sleeves and hit it like a man. And these base hits haven't gone much more than 100 feet, 3 of them in the inning.
Sometimes this game of baseball isn't fair, huh? You know, you hit a ball in the sweet spot and it's right at somebody. You put the best swing on it, just hit a rocket, and then you take a feeble swing off the end of the bat, shatters in 2, and you're standing on second base with a double.
And then Kemp is jammed and rolls that little soft grounder to third, is credited with a hit. Lupke has made some good pitches.
So this is where the mental part of the game comes in for a pitcher. You have to erase that from your hard drive and just think pitch by pitch. Don't think about the errors. Sure, the workload's going up. That's a physical thing that you have to battle through. But between the ears, you got to pitch like it's nothing. And that's tough.
Got it. 4 strikeouts for Lupke. Ethier not at all happy with the call.
And I think Corey Lupke may have gotten a call, a fastball off the plate. You betcha. And Ethier had something to say about it to Jerry Meals.
Well, it's been an inning with very few breaks for the young left-hander. He gets one there. 2 outs to Jerry Hairston. Rivera still at first base. Fastball gets ahead with a first pitch strike.
Mark Sweeney is down in the pit down there by the Padre dugout. Not a good feeling when you have an inning like this, is it, Marco?
No, and it's a mental side of it, Mud, like you alluded to. Corey Lupke needs to figure out how he can get out of this inning.
Ahead of Hairston, 2 strikes.
And Mark Sweeney being a position player, I mean, let's face it, Mark, we've all made errors, right? It's not like guys are trying to make errors. no worse feeling to when your pitcher is pitching his little heart out and you're throwing the ball around.
Yeah, Mud, and you want to do everything right. No one ever tries to make an error, but these mental mistakes are mounting right now.
Fastball, strike 3. Couple more strikeouts for Lupke. 5 in the game, but the Dodgers scratch out 2 runs. It's 4-0. Let's get my math right. 2 weeks from tomorrow, Padres face off against the Phillies, a 5:35 game. And there's something we want to share with you. After this pitch, first 25,000 fans will take home a new Padres cap presented by Fox Sports San Diego. Don't wait, buy your tickets early. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Save at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Chad Billingsley pitching with the comfort of a 4-run advantage. Jason Bartlett leads off the bottom of the 3rd. Padres a chance in the last inning, a couple on with 1 out, but Hudson wrapped into a double play. That double play ball hit harder than all 3 base hits in the top half of the inning by the Dodgers. Oh, a lot of sink to that one.
Mark Sweeney down by the dugout. I got a question for you. After an inning like that, kind of an ugly inning, position player, bench player, how do you rally the troops when everybody comes in off the field?
Mark, the only thing you can really do offensively is just put out solid at bats. You have to battle. Obviously, Chad Billingsley is getting into a groove. You got to take him out of that. Jason Bartlett, you can see, calls a timeout after going 0-2. Calling a timeout, just taking a breather, try to get him out of his rhythm.
A ball, 2 strikes the count. Chases a pitch high and away, and Billingsley has his 5th strikeout.
How about from a rah-rah standpoint, Mark Sweeney? You come in the dugout after that inning, and guys are putting their gloves down, and they know they've got to concentrate on this inning as far as offense is concerned. But is there one certain player that's the glue down there that kind of, come on, guys, let's pick it up?
Yeah, guys, I mean, that's the reason why they brought Mark Kotze in. Obviously, he's on the DL. But you look for that veteran leadership. You want guys to spark that plug and get them going.
Quickly ahead of Lupke, 2 strikes.
Well, he's not messing around with Lupke either. Billingsley throwing a breaking ball there, a cut fastball.
And that's 6 strikeouts, his first trip through the Padre lineup.
Mark, Chad Billingsley, he's a big kid. He's got that lower half. Look at those ham hocks. And he's got has he made an adjustment with his leg kick?
Yeah, Mark, what they wanted to do with the leg kick especially is they got him where it's repeating it over and over again, because what he was doing, he was kicking his leg out, forcing his body to go over it, and then he was compensating with his body, losing fastball command.
Top of the order, Cameron Maben. He struck out swinging his first trip.
Okay, let's concentrate on his knee. His knee goes straight up. Look at his foot over the rubber here. And he's got a good base there. And then he drives towards home plate, bringing that foot down and then towards home plate. He's got the perfect build for a pitcher.
Maben almost caught guessing there, was leaning out and got that fastball inside. 2-1. In case you're wondering, with 6 strikeouts in 2 2/3 innings, what's Billingsley's best? Twice he has struck out 13 men in a game. So a lot of work yet to be done. There's Clayton Kershaw, left the game with stomach flu yesterday, apparently okay tonight. We're going to see him again. Looks as if the Padres are going to have to face Kershaw when they go to Los Angeles next weekend. Right down the middle, taken by Maben. For the second time in 3 innings, Billingsley strikes out the side. After 3, 4-0 Dodgers, and here's the AT&T trivia question. You joined us for a Padre Live, our 1-hour pregame show. You would know the answer. Who hit the longest home run in Petco Park history? It's playing off the 445-footer hit by Cameron Maben last night up high in the Western Metal Supply Company building. That's our trivia question, and we'll give you the answer again next half inning.
You get one more quick hit.
Did you see the little tyke? He wanted to hit.
Juan Uribe struck out swinging first time against Lupke. Park in the park. Little diamond there. Fly ball to shallow right. Not another one. Venable denies.
We've seen Will Venable lay out in their right field, taking away a hit. He knows that Corey Lupke's been making some good pitches. Good concentration from Will, and picking up Corey Lupke with that first out.
Uribe getting into that flare mood. The Dodgers hitters not hitting it hard or far, but trying to find the grass. But Venable with a good defensive play. J.J. Ellis, he flied shallow. Venable his first time up.
Let's see if Corey Lupke tries to go with the buried fastball into the righties, into the lefties. He's broken a couple bats on the fastball this evening.
No walks, 5 strikeouts for Lupke. High pop up. Shallow center. Venable calls off Hudson, and in front of Maven makes the play. Two outs to the pitcher Billingsley, who has struck out 7 Padres, and in that spirit struck out himself first time up.
If there's anything Corey Luebke needs is a quick inning here. Get back in that dugout.
It's no mistake that Billingsley has a high strikeout count. He's consistently been in the top 10 National League pitchers in strikeouts the last 4 or 5 years. And you can also see why now and then he'll hit a home run. He takes a big swing.
See Billingsley working up a lather. I mean, it's cool down there on that field, but the big right-hander sweating right through that jersey of his. His underarms certainly aren't sure, that's for sure.
Fouled out of the glove of Hundley.
That's a big old boy right there.
Football player in high school, and he gave it up in a hurry. He was a quarterback and got drilled from the blind side and almost killed him. He ruptured spleen.
Oof.
He was in the hospital for a week in critical condition for a couple of days. So much for football, and baseball is life. 6 strikeouts. Luebke. Powering 7 strikeouts by the right-hander. The big hit, first inning double, Ethier to score 2 Dodger runs, and then the scratch hits, 3 of them in the 3rd inning, and an error by Alonso, and the Dodgers got 2 more. It's 4-0 after 3.5. Dodgers, who were gifted a couple 3 runs last night, 2 bases loaded walks, and a couple of errors for another run. Padres defense much too generous again tonight as Venable uses the Dodger flare. How about that? On his way to second, he has a double. Well, turnabout is fair play.
Swinging early. Heads on the baseball. Now with the bat to the baseball. That ball is down to where that bat is a natural color, and then the black color, the paint. Hey, it might not have felt good on the hands of Will Venable, but it feels good on the scorecard.
Just served a little chip shot down the line for a double. The second Padre hit, both doubles. Guzman led off the second with a double, but the Padres couldn't bring him around. Here's Headley. He struck out swinging the first time and takes a strike. Fastball.
Let's see if they start offering that first pitch fastball. Chase Headley taking the number 1.
The leading on base percentage of all National League third baseman last year because of his hits and walks. Takes a lot of pitches. 1-1. Oh, 0-2. That first pitch called a strike as well.
Mark Sweeney, Will Venable hacking all over that first pitch.
Yeah, Mark, and I love that in the approach that he took. Watch his head. He's controlled his head, and that's what he's done in spring training. Controlling his head and using his hands on that cutter gave him an opportunity to get that base hit. Even though it's inside, he kept his hands inside a little bit, and good things happen when you do that.
Headley a strikeout victim again.
There it is, tucked on that shoulder. Look at how, as Mark Sweeney mentioned, how still his head is. Hands to the baseball, fighting it off. Good swing by Will.
So Headley unable to move the runner over to third. Here's Guzman. Double his only trip. 8 strikeouts now for Billingsley.
How about that sequence to Headley? Fastball strike, wrinkle, down and in. Strike 3.
Well, he's hitting the corners. Fastball right where he wanted it.
He'll throw that 4-seam fastball. He'll throw that cut fastball.
Padres need to get something on the board here in the 5th inning. They have a chance. Break this pattern of Billingsley dominating with great stuff.
And Mark and Dick, and your second at bats, these are the adjustment at bats. We're always going to talk about in-game adjustments. These are the hitters that really need to make adjustments, especially attacking Billingsley when he has his good stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's where Jesus Guzman, if he gets a fastball here, come out of your shoes. Nah, I can't hold up on the slider. This last pitch is a slider. Look at how it just darts down and away. Nice tight rotation, way out of the zone. Tough to lay off. And according to Billingsley right here, he doesn't have to throw him a strike.
Same pitch, but Guzman holds off. 2-2.
I remember back in the day, Billingsley throws that cutter in to righties where it comes back in. That was forbidden to throw that pitch. Sliders were always down and away, down and away, down and away, right? That's a darn good pitch because the hitter gives up on it.
And the count goes full to Guzman. Yonder Alonso is on deck. Nice turnout on this Friday night at Petco, 30,000 plus. Like to see the Padres get on the board here in the 4th inning. Broken bat right to Billingsley. Looks the runner back. 2 away. Oh, it'll be up to Yonder Alonso. Boy, getting ahead of the hitters. 12 of 13 hitters have seen strike 1 first pitch.
You can do so much as a pitcher, and we've been preaching that for many years. You throw strike 1, you've got the hitter right there. You can start dissecting the plate, start throwing wrinkles up there.
Alonso looking for his first Padre hit. Struck out, took a 3rd strike his first time. Venable still out at second base, 2 gone. Paints it outside corner.
I think the strike zone is starting to swell a little bit. Maybe just a tad.
Must seem like that to the Padre hitters. Curveball and a good one.
There's the curveball. 12-6. Out of the zone. Boy, that looks good out of the hand.
It sure did. Halfway up there was about belt high, and then it just fell dramatically.
Almost looked like Billingsley kind of slowed up his arm action on that as well. Didn't have that good whip action. And some hitters at times will pick that up.
Chopped to short. Gordon with a nice convenient hop throws him out, and another leadoff double goes unwanted. As the Padres blank in the fourth, it's 4-0 Dodgers. Brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And by Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Chase Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. After 4 innings, the Dodgers with a 4-0 lead. Pleased you're with us on this Friday night from Petco Park. Dick Enberg and Mark Grant. Mark Sweeney down at the dugout level, giving his perspective as Dee Gordon leads off the top of the 5th inning for Los Angeles. He struck out and was thrown out trying to bunt, and this one loops over shortstop into shallow left field for a base hit. Well, Gordon joins the hit parade with a soft single to left field. Gordon, and it's almost hard to believe, Gordon, when he was 12 years old, at 5 feet 3 inches, could dunk a basketball.
My goodness.
Of course, maybe all that speed, you know, he transferred the speed to the leaping power.
That's incredible.
When I was in college, I couldn't dunk with a ladder. And he'll bear watching. He loves to run. Had 11 steals this spring training.
The only time I could dunk is a donut into a cup of coffee.
But good, you did it well. And Gordon, respecting Lupke's move, was headed back to first base on that pitch. Ellis single to left and a bloop double to right.
What's the objective here? There's your lane. Got that wide open right side. See if Ellis tries to punch something that way, inside out it with the speed, first and third, with Dee Gordon on first base. He's got a decent lead out there as well.
He sure does. Oh, there he goes. Hundley's throw in time. What a throw by Hundley. Gordon thought he had it stolen, that he was tagged high, but for the second game, Hundley with a strike to second to erase a Dodger trying to steal.
Gordon goes on the first move. It's not really the best move. This ball's on the shortstop side, and I'm wondering if Bartlett blocked the bag. Ooh, you know, that's very close, and this will give us a good look here. Does he get the hand before he gets to the bat?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
He was in there. But the throw was so perfect right there on the edge of the bag.
He was safe.
Padres get the call. Gordon won't be convinced that that wasn't his first steal of the season. Here's Ellis now with a count 3-0 and a strike. Ball to left center. Maben has a beat on it. Tucks it away for the second out, and we go to Greg Wolf. Here's the Fox Sports game break. Now they're having some suds down in Phoenix, Arizona, as Chris Young, a 2-run homer in the first inning off Tim Lincecum, as the D-backs celebrate a win on opening night, 5-4 over the Giants. Kemp fly deep to right, just missed a home run, rolled a soft ground ball to third and was credited with an infield hit and scored in the third inning. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the fifth. Last night on the left. Look at here tonight on the right. Almost identical swings.
Yeah, did you see the path of that bat on that pitch up and away?
See that again if you get a chance. Because last night's ball fooled everyone. It just kept carrying for a home run. Tonight's was hit harder. Didn't go out.
That was last night's, right about there. And then same path of the bat there.
Maybe got a little more in on Kemp tonight. He thought it was a home run. 1-2 the count.
Trying to bury something. Oh, he missed there big time. Looked like that was maybe a changeup. Mark Sweeney, what's your vantage point down there with Lupke against Kemp this at bat?
Well, it looks like he's settling into his own right now and getting into a rhythm, especially with that first movement on that first pitch, seeing Kemp getting out of the zone. Let's see if he gets back to that.
I'd like to see him bury a four-seamer on the inner half of the plate.
There's a soft fly ball into shallow center. There's another base hit. Not struck that severely, but finds the spot. And the Dodgers had their hitting clothes on. Everything seems to be going right for the men in LA blue.
Well, soft. It was an off-speed pitch. It was a slider, but look, it catches too much of the plate. We know that Matt Kemp has extension and going the opposite way. He's proven that last night and also tonight. That breaking ball just catches too much of the plate.
That's the 8th hit by the Dodgers tonight. But only of the 8, 3 really hit smartly. Most of them just finding holes, dunkers, and smothered ground ball for a base hit for Kemp the last time. Had 40 steals last year. He said in spring training, Kemp, rather boldly, I really believe I could be a 50 home run, 50 steal player. Well, that puts him in the elite category. Rivera with a count 1-0. You have to respect Lupke's move, and that shortens up the lead by the runner at first. Maben, Kemp, Bonifacio also with 40 last year.
Well, a lot of people are going to be wondering, was last year a fluke for Matt Kemp? I don't think it was. He's that good of an athlete. He's that good of a baseball player. All the pitching staffs out there in the National League are going to be out to get him, right? Because of the year that he had last year. Try to contain Matt Kemp.
2-0 now to Rivera, who has a couple of singles. Knocked in a run with a bloop single in the third, just over the shortstop Bartlett's head when Bartlett was playing in with a runner at third. So Rivera's 4 for 6 in the series. on the outside corner.
Mark and Dick, you guys talk about the adjustments that Matt Kemp had made. He expects bigger things than everyone else does. When we talk about 50-50, he believes it in his mind. He can do that.
Micah Owings getting ready in the bullpen as Lupke is up to 82 pitches.
Well, that's the interesting thing. Mark Sweeney talked about what Matt Kemp can do at the plate and how the pitching staff of the Padres in a 4-game series, how they're going to pitch to him. So it'll be interesting from this point on. You know, he's gotten extended with his arms, right? Fastballs away, breaking ball away.
There he goes. And he steals easily. Tremendous jump. He was halfway to second base when Lupke delivered the ball.
Leg kick, first move, off and running, picking the right time, and Nick Hundley just kind of short hops that one to second base. And when runners slide in to second base, especially head first, keep that tag on them. They might overslide the bag. We've seen that many times.
3-1 to Rivera. With 2 outs and Kemp at second.
Here's what I'm talking about. Catching the baseball, head first slide. You know what? Put the tag on the runner. Keep it on the runner until the umpire calls time or the runner calls time. And Orlando Hudson does just that.
Full count to the cleanup hitter for the Dodgers tonight, Rivera. And he's aboard. It might have been nicked with that pitch. He acted as though it might have just clipped his forearm. Well, tomorrow the NHL is on Fox Sports San Diego. The Ducks of Anaheim head to Calgary to battle the Flames. Puck drops at 1 right here on Fox Sports San Diego. And then join us at 4:30 for Padres Live. Chris Capiano for the Dodgers against Dustin Mosley here at Petco Park. That's the first walk allowed by Lupke. And brings up Ethier. His line drive double to right center field knocked in the first 2 runs of the game in the first inning.
But Black, looking at the lineup card, the pitcher spot to a 4th in the 5th for San Diego.
That ball hit deep to right center field. How deep is it? Off the base of the wall. 2 more Dodger runs. Ethier going to 3rd. He has a triple. 6-0 Los Angeles. Kemp and Rivera race home on a long triple by Andre Ethier. A 4 RBI night for the Dodger right fielder.
A first pitch offering hitting halfway up the fence at one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. And it was a hanger about belt buckle high, and Ethier was all over it.
Well, there may have been some flares and fluke hits tonight against Lupke, but not the 2 balls hit by Ethier. A 2-run double and a 2-run triple for Ethier, and that's it for Corey Lupke. Pujols and the Angels, Fielder and the Tigers, plus the defending World Series champion Cardinals headline the debut of Fox Saturday Baseball. Tomorrow, 12:30, beginning with our all-new pregame show that covers all the big stories and gets you ready for the first pitch right here on Fox. Well, in a 6-0 game, the mellifluous tones of the redhead from Fordham University, Vin Scully, entertaining the audience up in Los Angeles. No one ever has called this game better than Scully. 63rd season for Scully. He started in 1950 working with the great Red Barber, Brooklyn Dodger broadcast. And at a young 84, he still got his fastball.
One of the nicest men you ever want to meet. You talk about a man who is humble. You walk into his booth and you ask him to tell you stories, and he'll just sit back and talk about the Brooklyn Dodgers, Ebbets Field. What a gentleman.
And he's going to have some fun. The Dodger home opener will celebrate as Micah Owens here working on Jerry Hairston. It is the 50th year anniversary, exactly the date on Tuesday when the Dodgers open against the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he's going to have his audience entertained in another big moment in his great career. The poet laureate of our business, Vin Scully.
Well, you want to hear something, Dick? I got a little nugget for you. In 1970, 42 years ago, baseball fans in Southern California could choose to listen to Vin Scully on Dodger games or Dick Enberg on the California Angels games. In 2012, they can choose between Vin Scully doing Dodger games and Dick Enberg now doing Padre games.
That's nice. You know, you just outlive the competition. That's what you do.
Isn't that great? Well, and I'm honored to sit here next to you, my friend.
Thank you, Mark. But, you know, you say that the audience had a choice. They really did. They listened to the Dodgers. The Dodgers were always good, and they had Scully. And Jerry Doggett was his partner. And the Angels usually languished in last place about the end of July and seemed to love being there. And so why would you listen to the Angels? Well, then Don Drysdale joined me as a broadcast partner, and that was a good reason to tune in, because the Big D, with his sense of humor and his storytelling and his insights, as are yours as a pitcher, really made our broadcast come to life. So the Cowboy, Gene Autry.
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting people and working with people like yourself, Dick, and also getting to know Vince Scully. But there's one gentleman I wish I had a chance to meet and get to know a little better, and that was Don Drysdale.
Yeah, he was special. And in fact, on Tuesday night, when they not only celebrate the 50th anniversary, but the 1962 first team to play in Dodger Stadium, that had Tommy Davis, that won the National League batting crown, and Maury Wills was the most valuable player. And Don's daughter, Drew, is going to sing God Bless America,
very nice,
the 7th inning stretch. That'll be special. Of course, Don Drysdale was part of that 62 team. And Owings loses Hairston with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. And just like we promised earlier in the game, it's Miller time. Brought to you by Miller Lite. And Will Venable, who has a double and a fine defensive play. The athlete from Princeton University, working at both ends, defensively and offensively. Here's Uribe, struck out, flied out against Lupke. High fly ball on the infield. Hudson searches in the night and gloves the final out. But Andre Ethier, a 2-run triple. Vin Scully says Dodgers 6, Padres nothing. A reminder to get your season tickets, folks. There's still a chance to get great benefits all season long, discounted parking, exclusive events, much more, and they start as low as just $7 a ticket, and plans are flexible to fit your exact needs. So don't wait. Get your 2012 Padres season tickets tonight. Call 619-795-5555. A great shot of the moon, almost like a big golf ball up there in the sky over San Diego tonight. And of course, they're at the halfway mark at Augusta National in the 2012 Masters. Nick Hundley leads it off and hits a high fly ball way up into the darkness of the night, finally coming down into the glove of D. Gordon. Halfway mark at the Masters, 36 holes. Jason Duffner and Freddie Couples share the lead at 5 under.
You've been to Augusta many times.
Yes, it's a beautiful. It's golf's version of Wimbledon. There's just the tradition, the beauty of the grounds, the history. It's. I guess as golfers, probably if you could win one event, it would be the Masters or the U.S. Open. A lot of them would say the Masters because you play the same course every year.
Right.
It becomes either your friend or your enemy.
People tell me that TV doesn't do it justice. You got to go there and experience just the beauty of it.
Well, high definition really helps now. And of course, the very warm winter throughout the east and southeast, the azaleas had bloomed and they've already left the premises. They had to plant some out of the greenhouse just to have some color this year. I'd like to see you play Amen Corner.
Oh, I need a bucket of balls, that's for sure. From the practice range.
You'd be saying more than amen, I know that. 2-1 to Orlando Hudson. Fly ball down the left field line, dying in a hurry. Shortstop Gordon. Boy, what an effort.
How about D. Gordon with his club up 6-0 in the bottom of the fifth and laying out. Trying to pick up his pitcher, Chad Billingsley.
I wonder what his 100 time was in high school. I mean, he looks like he's about a 9.5 sprinter.
Well, I had heard this spring training out of the box, he was timed 3.9 to first.
Well, anything under 4 is in the upper 5-10%. Hudson's still alive, 2-2. He's out of there, and for Chad Billingsley, that's 9 strikeouts tonight.
He is just really mixing it up nicely. This is the two-seam fastball that straightens up Hudson, and it gives the hitter the idea like the ball's going to be inside, right? So he gives up on it. The two-seam action comes back and hits the inside corner for the called strike.
Jason Bartlett, he struck out his first time. That'll get your attention. So we told you earlier, Billingsley's best ever strikeout games. He did it twice, 13. Seemed a long distance away, even though he was off to a great start. Well, he's closing in. He's got 9 now, with 2 outs in the 5th inning. High fly ball. Easy chance for Kemp. And another 1-2-3 inning for Billingsley. After 5 at Petco, the Dodgers by 6. Triple to lead the Dodgers to a 6-0 lead. And Sunday, Fox Sports San Diego joined Tom Brokaw for Boys in the Hall, the personal stories of some of baseball's greatest legends. This week, Bob Feller, Boys in the Hall, Sundays presented by Subway Restaurants, where winners eat.
Rapid Robert from Van Meter, Iowa, the only pitcher in Major League history to throw a no-hitter on opening day
against the Chicago White Sox. I think back to some of the footage where they tried to impress people in those days of black and white radio, the movie news. You went to the movies to see the news, the film, and they had trying to show how Feller could throw that fastball, faster than a locomotive. The locomotive going and Feller throwing the fastball. In his day, he was the Nolan Ryan of his time. Owings working on A.J. Ellis, 2-1 the count. Ellis, then Billingsley, and Gordon to bat in the 6th inning. Owings debuting as a Padre. Way outside. College pitched for Georgia Tech and Tulane University. Owings. Lays in the fastball at 86. Ellis has flied twice to Venable in right field. Military Day on Sunday, as the Padres, as always, salute our men and women in uniform. Always a special time to be at the ballpark. Got him looking. Ellis thought that was ball 4, high strike, and a strikeout for Owings, his first.
High fastball. There actually looked like maybe a cutter. And Jerry Meals, once again, we mentioned it earlier. Here it is, coming right at you in your living room. Called third strike, not on the swing.
Mattingly not agreeing as he tries to console his hitter. Billingsley struck out both times against Lupke. Mattingly wasn't caught looking very many times as a Yankee. Right back to Owings. 2 away, and we go down to Brooke McHenry.
Hey there, guys. Well, manager Bud Black gave us an injury update today. He said Carlos Quentin is progressing well, still getting treatment. He's done some work in the cage, on his feet, hitting, which is a sign of progress. He'll go to rehab assignment soon. He didn't disclose when or where that'll happen. Also, Mark Kotze will be also headed to an assignment as well. He is hitting, doing some outfield work, but the true test will see how he is sprinting to get to bases. Back to you.
All right, Britt, that's good news. The Padres are looking forward to including our hitting right-handed batter Carlos Quentin, acquired from the White Sox. Get him in the lineup hitting cleanup, playing left field, and then Kotze, an valuable left-handed batter to come off the bench or play a little outfield and first base. So they're getting better. D. Gordon seems as if he's up every inning. His 4th at bat in 6 innings. Struck out, tried to bunt his way on, thrown out by Huntley, and looped a single to left.
There's that high strike. And that's what you want to do to D. Gordon, have him hit it in the air.
Matt Kemp down in the dugout, in the hole. 2-2 now to Gordon.
Well, Micah Owings does not overpower the baseball. His fastball is about 86, 87. He's got a little cut fastball as well. Change up.
Off the fist, right at Venable in right field. So Owings works a 1-2-3 6th inning. The Padres need 6 to tie. So, outstanding hitter as a pitcher. Will bat for himself. And he comes out swinging against Chad Billingsley. Has 9 career Major League home runs. This is exactly why he is of special value to this Padre roster. That he can give them some extra innings in a game where they're losing 6-0 and still be a threat with a bat.
Absolutely. Another weapon for Bud Black.
And he takes strike 3, and Billingsley has hit 10 strikeouts in the game. We go to Greg Wolf for a Fox Sports game break. Troy Tulowitzki. Oh, if you're choosing upsides, wouldn't you like to have first pick and get him?
Absolutely.
Good defensive shortstop as Maben pops it behind second. Ellis out to make the play. And Billingsley cruising along. About a pair of doubles, and that's been it.
16 for 19 in the first pitch strike category for the right-hander from Defiance, Ohio.
74 pitches. Most of them strikes. He's walked only 1 and struck out 10. Venable's double was a flare down the left field line. Guzman's double to left center wasn't crushed. It just found the gap between Hairston and Kemp. So Billingsley just overpowering stuff.
You know, Dick, I don't think Billingsley has really thrown a pitch down the heart of the plate. I mean, even when it's been 3-0, I mean, he's very few 3-0 counts tonight. Oh, look at that. There's a little cutter or slider down and in. Let's take a look at these pitches. Yeah, that's a cutter down and in. Has the illusion, and the rest of the pitches out of the strike zone. He's going back in there. Oh, and he missed.
Hopper to the second baseman Ellis. Another 1-2-3 inning by Chad Billingsley, and he tosses in his 10th strikeout as well. Switchfoot with their rendition of Dark Horses. Trying to make a segue out of that. in a 6-0 Dodger lead. Micah Owings has walked a man and retired the next 4 out of the bullpen. His first appearance in a Padre uniform. He'll face Mark Ellis, Matt Kemp, Juan Rivera. Anyone gets on, the man who's done all the damage tonight, Andre Ethier, swept to deep short. Bartlett with a long throw, and Ellis out by a half stride. Matt Kemp deep out to right as he pushed Venable against the scoreboard to capture his high fly ball the first time up. Infield scratch single and a looping hit to center. He is 4 for 8 in the series, and the man behind him, Juan Rivera, is 4 for 6.
In situations like this, Matt Kemp, even though his club leads 6-0, either end you're on. The losing side or the winning side, you cannot give away at bats. And that's where the mental part of the game comes into play. Every at bat like it's 0-0, and it's like the winning run on third.
Fouls that one away. So we've seen that Kemp, if you pitch him away, he can take that ball away and drive it to right fields. So how would you where is the opening?
Pound him in. I would say pound him in. If you could locate a fastball on the inside part of the plate with some authority on it and some good fuzz on it, and to try to tie him up, I mean, there's a good pitch there. I talked about the front door cutter or slider. That looks like what Owings just threw there. Even though he misses, look, he kind of moves his feet a little bit. I want to have Matt Kemp prove to me that he can get extended on that inside part of the plate and hurt you. I mean, he's done nothing but diving towards the outside part of the plate and getting extended.
3-1 the count.
I'm not saying you can't pitch him away. Sure you can if you locate it down enough. But all the pitches that he has hurt the Padres with have been elevated. Except for that breaking ball that was down. It just caught too much of the plate that he lifted into shallow center field.
We're in the dirt of his first steal of the season. 3-1. He went on a slider. Full count now to Kemp with 1 out, bases empty in the 7th. Dodgers scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 2 in the 5th. The odd innings have produced the runs. Right back to Owings. And Kemp is out 1-3.
Not a good swing from Matt Kemp. He wanted it down and away, so Michael Owings, he misses. Look where this pitch is. That's almost like a hanging slider. That ball is up. Almost ties him up. Can't get his hands through. That is definitely down by the label, and a nice comebacker to Owings. That was a hanging slider, it looked like. Or a hanging cutter.
6 straight Dodgers retired by Owings. And here's Rivera. Single to right. Just punched the ball down the right field line, almost on the chalk. Looped an RBI single into shallow left over Bartlett, who was drawn in. Infield was in at the time. 2-0 the count. Well, there are some 4,800 members of local law enforcement here enjoying the game tonight. And some of your pals are here from Alpine, and they got the cuffs out, and they're going to try to get Ethier for violence in public. 2-run double, 2-run triple. Guilty.
Yeah, 3 members of the Chula Vista Police Department came up and visited us here. My good friend Rusty Ray.
Traded with their motorcycles before the game. Out on the morning path. 2-1. And we'll go deep behind the Padre dugout.
Talk about Micah Owings getting away with one. That is a hanging slider, folks. But Rivera's front side really exposed, opening up and working underneath that last pitch. Sometimes you get away with them, and sometimes you're reaching for a new one.
Slap. Hudson. Good play. And the inning is over. Nice skidding stop by Orlando Hudson, the O-Dog. 1-2-3. Dodgers in the 7th.
Tough day so far at the office. Padres still though with time to catch up. 6-zip. Dodgers leading the Padres right now. Story of the game, Chad Billingsley, the starter for the Dodgers right now. 6 innings pitched with 10 punch-outs. Tough night, Corey Lukey. Coming up in the post-game show, we're going to break that down for you. Not getting all the defensive help that a starting pitcher, or any pitcher for that matter, would like to see. We'll have that for you. Andre Ethier, the offensive story for the Dodgers. 2 for 3 right now with 4 RBI. We're going to talk Will Venable of the Padres, having a pretty good night. His first start of the year, defensively and offensively. You're going to hear from Bud Black, and I know Mark Grant and Mark Sweeney are looking forward to teaching the coaches and the young kids out there a little bit about outfield play. So it's going to be a big post-game show for you, Padres Live. Hope you're going to stick around for that after the last out tonight, guys.
All right, Mike Pomerantz. It's Chase Headley leading off the 7th inning against Billingsley. The 1-2 pitch. Headley victimized twice, striking out. 2 of the 10 punch-outs by this right-hander, 27-year-old from Defiance, Ohio. And he gets Headley again. 3 for 3. 11 strikeouts for Billingsley. He has been defiant.
All of his pitches have been off the plate with some serious dart action, down and away, down and in. The located fastball, the located cutter. How about the high fastball out of the zone when he's got 2 strikes? He'll flip that slider up as well. Just a lot of swings and misses.
Just 2 base hits, a couple of doubles, and they weren't well hit. Look at that, right at the knees with that slider. Guzman has one of the doubles, leading off the 2nd. That was the only inning where the Padres had 2 men on. A walk to Hundley, so 2 on with 1 out, but Hudson bounced into a double play to end the inning. Venable led off the 4th with a flare double down the left field line, and he did not advance as Headley, Guzman, and Alonso made out. Just been absolutely overpowering on one pitch and totally baffling on the next. 2-2 to Guzman. Sharply to third, Uribe. 5-3 put out, 2 gone in the 7th.
Follow the Padres with the MLB.com @BAT12 app. I've got it, and it's awesome. I'm checking it all the time. Get it from your iPhone, iPad, Android, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio, pitch tracking, video highlights, and much, much more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Padres.com for details.
2 gone. Yonder Alonso struck out and grounded out. The only Padres not to strike out tonight, Guzman is 1 for 3, and Hundley's who's on deck. Pulled to the right side. Alonso still looking for his first Padre hit, and that's 12 in a row retired by Billingsley. The 3rd, 2 in the 5th are Burger King in-game box score, and the top 5 men in the lineup for Don Mattingly doing all the damage, and particularly the man who will lead off here in the 8th inning, Ethier, with a 2-run double in the opening inning and a 2-run triple in the 5th.
Capitalizing on a lot of mistakes. Now, Corey Lupke was not hit around all that hard. I mean, he left a few pitches up, but a lot of broken bats, hits off the end of the bat.
Ethier, a beautiful swing, and he's always going to be right around that 300 mark. And tonight, with a couple of big blows, both hit deep to right center field. Just missed a home run on the triple at the 400-foot mark. He and Kemp, the 1-2 punch. The Rockies have the 1-2 punch, and Carlos Gonzalez and Troy Tulowitzki. Nice to have 2 big bats right in the middle of the lineup to anchor down the offense. Well, in the 1st inning, 2 men on, and he rips this one to right center. And then with 2 men aboard, this one nearly clears the wall. Halfway up the fence. And 2 more Dodgers hit home plate for the 6 runs driven in by Ethier, who takes the count to 2-2 against Micah Owens, who has restored some order here, coming in relief of starter Corey Lupke. He's retired the last 7 Dodgers in order. And he gets Ethier, jams him for his 2nd strikeout.
Tying him up. No chance of getting extended here. That was a cut fastball in. Trying to get to it and then trying to hold up. Too late.
Brings up Jerry Hairston, grounded to 3rd, struck out and walked. Juan Uribe there in the on-deck circle. Ripped foul. Darren Balsley on the bullpen phone line. See who we might have working for the Padres maybe in the 9th inning. Joe Thatcher. Start warming up. Looking ahead. It's not because of any left-handed hitting strength. Perhaps they just want to get Joe some work.
Absolutely. Joe did not pitch in the opener yesterday.
All the way to the screen. Well, you know the best thing about tonight's game
is that we get to tee it up and try it again tomorrow.
Exactly. You're thinking just along the same pattern. We're going to see Chris Capiano, not an overpowering left-hander, against Dustin Mosley, the hard luck right-hander for the Padres. Trying to get the Padres a win tomorrow night. That's a 5:30 start, 4:30 for Padres Live. 2-2.
I'm sure Dustin Mosley is anxious to get out there as well. Just chomping at the bit.
Man from Texarkana, Arkansas. Bring that Razorback attitude tomorrow. Full count now to Hairston. He, like Headley, takes almost every at bat into a deep count. Along with Mark Grant and Dick Enberg, Britt McHenry and Mark Sweeney roaming the environs here at Petco Park, giving their insights and interviews. And of course, we'll be involved with the Padre post-game show, so stay with us right after the final out. Line drive, base hit. Hairston goes the other way for a solid single. And the Dodgers have hit double figures in the H column. 6 runs on 10 hits tonight. Uribe has not been one of them. 0 for 3. Struck out, flied out, popped up.
And they want to make sure that Joe Thatcher is hot and ready to go. Good workout so far for Micah Owings since he has been in the game.
That's the first hit he's allowed. He gave up a walk to Hairston. Then went through the entire order before Hairston gets on board again. Uribe looking for his first hit of the new season. He's 0 for 6.
Well, Micah Owings throws a lot of cutters and sliders, it looks like. So he's got to be careful to Uribe not to leave one over the heart of the plate. Majority of them have been away.
Uribe with that big swing.
He's not afraid, is he?
No. He's going to get his full rip.
This little workout. The next toss being number 50 for Micah Owings.
Brad Brock has joined Thatcher in the bullpen. And the count goes 2-1 to Uribe. 1 out. Hairston at first. Dodgers with Ethier's hitting, 4 RBIs, and the very impressive pitching effort from Chad Billingsley, a 2-hitter with 11 strikeouts. He's retired the last 12 men he's faced. Cued foul by Uribe. Nice way to start the season.
He is locked in. Padres couldn't get to him early. That was one of the keys to the game. And we'll be bringing you the Lexus keys of the game.
Uribe with those healthy cuts. Message board showing that 4 times in his career he's hit at least 20 home runs. The last time was 2010 with the Giants. On their way to the World Series title. Headley, double play chance. There's one. And there's two. Around the horn double play. Padres come up bottom of the 8th. Hundley, Hudson, and Bartlett.
After the game, stay tuned for the Padres live show. We'll have a complete wrap-up of the game, including live interviews and the Bud Black post-game press conference. Padres Live brought to you by Cox after the game on Fox Sports San Diego. Also a little instruction. So kids, tell your mom and dad you want to stay up a little later.
Finally, first ball Hunting hits it high and deep to center. Kemp going back. He's got room. That's the biggest threat against Billingsley tonight, but Hundley warning track distance, and Kemp takes care of business.
But on the post-game show, Mark Sweeney and I are going to talk about just this right here. Matt Kemp going back on the ball towards the track. We're going to talk a little outfield play, and the ball hit towards the wall. What an outfielder should do, and Matt Kemp squeezes that one for the first out here in the 8th.
That's 13 straight retired by Billingsley, and Hudson steps in. He's grounded into a double play and struck out tonight. Well, quite a pitcher's battle up the freeway in Anaheim. The Royals and Angels, no score in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jared Weaver, only 4 hits allowed, and Bruce Chen of the Royals, 3 hits. Room service ground ball to second, and there's 2 away. Padres looking for their first hit from their middle infielders. Hudson and Bartlett with offers so far this year. Between them, they're 0 for 11 and a couple of double play balls hit by them. 32,490, a good turnout on this Friday night. 77,000 for the first 2 games of this series. Hope to see you tomorrow night here at Petco. 5:30 start, remember. Capuano for the Dodgers, Mosley for the Padres. And then Sunday, Aaron Harang and Clayton Richard. 1 o'clock start, noon for our Padres Live. '96th pitch of the night coming up from Billingsley. Two and 1 to Bartlett. Last Padre base runner was Venable with that loop double leading off the 4th inning. Hit well to right center. Ethier racing into the gap and makes the catch, going away. Out in order again, the Padres. 15 straight retired by Billingsley. A couple of well-hit balls, but caught by the outfielders. On this Friday, as well as throughout the weekend, and it's what one of the great residual effects of the building of Petco Park is the new pulse of downtown San Diego. There's just a lot of wonderful eateries and walking distance from the bowl yard.
A lot of electricity down there, a lot of vibe, good vibe that is.
Andrew Kashner brings in his 100-mile-an-hour fastball to work the ninth inning as Bud Black and Darren Balsley wants to give some of the key members of that bullpen some work here. And even though it's a 6-0 game, just to keep Kashner sharp. And he'll be facing Ellis, the pitcher spot, and D. Gordon. You see it, Billingsley, and he's got a bat in his hands. He's going to try to go the distance. First week of the season, your first start, you don't often these days see a pitcher able to complete a game, but he's going to try to do it apparently. Owings, a good job. 3 1/3 innings. No runs, only 1 hit and 1 walk. Struck out a couple. Lupke's line 4 2/3. 6 runs, 5 earned, 9 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. First pitch is at 98 miles an hour to A.J. Ellis, who has flied to shallow right, flied to medium deep right, and struck out.
Andrew had a great spring. 10 innings of work. Struck out 16 and walked only 3.
Falls behind Ellis, 2-0, 99 miles an hour that last fastball.
Oh, try catching up to that, huh?
98, but it's 3-0. Buries that fastball, takes a little off
sure.
At 95.
Just to get me over fastball at 95.
Don't you wish. And he walks A.J. Ellis. Well, he makes the move from Chicago Wrigley Field to San Diego and Petco. Andrew Kashner has these thoughts.
You could be out there in BP and 20 miles an hour is blowing out, and then you come back out and it's 20 miles an hour in, and it could switch. And I mean, the biggest thing there is you got to keep your ball down. And I mean, I feel like, but that's in any park. And I don't really try and let the parks dictate how I pitch my game, but the biggest thing for me at Petco is I'll definitely challenge more hitters and minimize on free passes. And definitely maybe more plate, later in the count, and really make them hit the ball.
And Billingsley with a successful sacrifice bunt, handled unassisted by Kastner. So that moves Ellis into scoring position and to the top of the order in D. Gordon.
No, Andrew makes a good point, because you talk to any pitcher, they believe in their stuff, they have confidence in their stuff, and it all boils down to making good pitches. Doesn't matter if you're pitching in Colorado, if you're pitching at Petco Park, if you're pitching on the moon. You make good pitches, you're probably going to get good results.
Gordon 1 for 4 tonight, 1 for 9 in the series. Sean Lyon, our aide de camp, going into the.
I'm sorry, Dick. Big piece of cheese right there.
It's a beauty, isn't it? Is it blue cheese?
Lindbergher.
You always have a little of that in your back pocket. It's nice to, on road trips.
Hey, I got up late last night, and it was like somebody had a spotlight in our backyard. The moon was just unbelievable.
1 ball, 1 strike to Gordon. Just saying that Sean Lyon has done some track and field research on D. Gordon. And they claim that he runs the 40 in 4.1.
My goodness.
The 60 and 6.35. I mean, that's almost Olympic qualification time.
Yeah.
And to first base, now you had him at 3.9, but they say that he's run 3.53. I can't believe that. I mean, that's getting him a 20-foot head start. But he may be the fastest man in the National League. That went off his right puppy. 150 pounds is all. He's the lightest man in the National League.
Oh, that's got to hurt. Right on the instep.
That'll slow you down.
Maybe down by the big toe. And what do you do when you do that? You call a tow truck.
They only run the 40 and 4.3 now.
You know what? I've done that before, falling off a pitch off the foot, and immediately your foot goes numb, and it feels like your shoe is just going to explode.
Hate when that happens.
I was just amazed I made contact. I followed off the instep of my foot and the shin. And the ones on the shin, that stays with you for a good 2-3 months. A good bone bruise.
Oh, Kastner. Some wicked stuff there. Breaking ball at 89, and that gets Gordon.
And go right back down there. You think D. Gordon wanted anything to do with that pitch down and in after fouling off a pitch off his front foot? No way.
So 2 out with A.J. Ellis at second base, and here's Mark Ellis. Single and a double, have scored a couple of runs tonight. Flied out and grounded out. Chopped to third. Headley, the long throw across. Low and dug out by Alonso. That was a tough play made by the first baseman on Headley's low throw. Inning over, 6-0 Dodgers. Padres baseball brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. By your San Diego County Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. And by Burger King, the proud sponsor of opening week baseball. Last call for the Friars here at Petco. And Jeremy Hermida will lead off the ninth inning against Chad Billingsley. Trying to go the distance. Only 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, 1 walk. Billingsley, all of last year and the year prior, 1 complete game. Trying to do it in his very first start this year. Hermida down the left field line, slicing, foul.
And that was the 100th pitch for Chad Billingsley this evening.
In his major league career, this is his 7th season. He has a total of 4 complete games. Oh, what a start for him. Should he get the final 3 outs, just in case the bullpen is active.
Pitching coach Rick Honeycutt on the left.
That'll make the crowd down the left field line.
And Donnie Baseball. You know, Don Mattingly, as a manager, took care of the Padres last year. We documented that, the record.
13-5.
Yep. But Bud Black owned Don Mattingly during his career. Mattingly only batted .205 off the left-hander. 8 for 39. Donnie Baseball versus Bud Black.
But he threw batting practice last night. He still can rock and fire.
Hum baby.
And the count goes full now to the pinch hitter Hermida. He came off the bench last night with an infield hit to deep shortstop. Ground ball left side to Gordon. And 1 gone in the Padre ninth. Let's go to Greg Wolf of Fox Sports. Game break. So the Angels in the house that the Cowboy built break the scoreless tie in the 8th. Big blow for Ibar as the Halos endeavor to win their home opener. Top of the order, Cameron Maben, a couple of strikeouts and a pop out tonight. And the count 1-1 with the leadoff hitter with Will Venable on deck. The only hits, folks, leadoff double by Guzman in the 2nd, leadoff double Venable in the 4th. Nothing, no base runner since the Venable double way back in the 4th inning.
Tell you what, folks, that was the 107th pitch from Chad Billingsley, and that cut fastball or slider still has nasty tilt to it.
Line drive, base hit. The 3rd of the night for San Diego, and that breaks a string of 16 consecutive outs thrown by Billingsley.
You know what? That might be the worst pitch that Chad Billingsley has thrown tonight. Totally missed the location, wanted it down the way, and that ball leaked up. That might be it for the right-hander because they've got pitcher hot, ready to go.
Jamie Wright has been throwing in the bullpen, so here comes Mattingly, and Billingsley would like to stay and finish his own work, but 108 pitches in his first outing of the regular season. Dodger fans are booing. They wanted to see Billingsley finish his work tonight, but what a job. If you're a Dodger or a Padre fan, you got to applaud what this man brought to the game tonight. Job well done, 8 1/3. that Derek to the starter Chad Billingsley. This is Jamie Wright, the well-traveled 37-year-old veteran right-hander from Oklahoma City. Played for 10 different big league teams. And he faces Will Venable, a double in 3 trips. So Billingsley leaves with only 1 walk, 11 strikeouts, and 3 hits in 8 in the 3rd innings. Ground ball left side. Uribe to Ellis, and not in time for the double play as Venable lights it out and is safe on the fielder's choice. So 2 gone. Venable at first. He hustled to keep the game alive.
You betcha. Off the end of the bat. And Will Venable knows, I'm not going to be the last out at first base. I'm not going to be the guy to end the game. Busted it out of the box. That's the way Will Venable plays this game. Doesn't matter if it's tied or trailing by 6.
Headley has had a difficult night. 3 up, 3 down, all on strikeouts. First 7 at bats of the year, 5 times he's gone down on strikes. And a roller to first. Easy out for Rivera. He flips to the pitcher right, and the ball game is over. Chad Billingsley's strong right arm, a 3-hit shutout with help from Wright, and 4 RBIs from Andre Ethier, and it spells a 6-0 Dodger win. And Padres Live brought to you by Cox right around the corner. Mike Pomerantz, tell us what's in store.
Got a lot on tap. Hope everybody sticks around.